Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Godfather Chronicles podcast. My name is Miguel Garcia, and I am your host. This is episode 18, and it's part 2 of the Godfather Success Fundamentals. Last week, we spoke about the power of your thoughts, and today we're going to speak about the power of your words. If you find value on the podcast, please share it with your family and your friends, and make sure you give me a rating. We want to spread the message all over. I think that I'm providing you with very tactical ideas and tactical principles that you can execute and anybody can execute. And so my goal is to reach as many people as I can. If you can follow me on Instagram at MAGPatriot, you can find me on Facebook at Miguel Godfather, or email me your questions, miguel@godfatherchronicles.com. This podcast is sponsored by naturalchoicecompany.com. Unlock your health. Please go visit the website, check the products out, and support us. All right, my friends, we're going to dive into this episode, the power of your words. I'm going to start with a little quote. The Bible stresses that what you say is an accurate indication of what is in your heart. So basically, you speak from your heart, which means you speak truth, the truth that you believe you have in you. So, we talked about thoughts last week, and thoughts cannot come alive without the words. So you could think something, but when you speak it, it becomes reality. You breathe life into that thought. So thoughts and words are important, but in your mind you conceive the thought, and when you speak it, then you give it life. Without words, a thought can never become a reality. So our words and thoughts are the very tools with which we create our reality. So we should be very selective when choosing our words, or when we talk about ourselves and we talk about other people. We should only pick the very best words in order to create our very best reality. There are, somebody said that the words have nuclear power. And when you look at it from that perspective, it is true. Our thoughts impact what we manifest in our lives, but the real power lies in our words. Our words provide bold affirmations of our innermost thoughts, and our words confirm to the world how we see ourselves. And most important, our words become our reality. Again, words are very, very, very powerful. What we say to ourselves, what we say to our spouse, to our children, to our employees, to our friends, to our enemies. Those words are extremely, extremely powerful. Our words are not neutral. They either hurt or heal. They bring people up or they drag them down. So how do you speak to yourself? We're going to dive into this because, again, the words bring life to your thoughts. So how do you speak to yourself? How do you speak to your wife or husband, children, co-workers, employees? Are you building them up or are you tearing them down? We should, this particular topic is kind of sensitive because I want to talk about you, about me as individuals. Because if we can't fix ourselves, we're not going to fix anybody. We're not going to fix anything. So it starts with us, right? But I want you to consider that we should not just analyze how we speak to ourselves, but we should analyze how we speak to everyone, especially our loved ones. How do we speak to our wives, our husbands, children, co-workers, employees? How do we speak to them? Are we tearing them down, or are we building them up? Again, we should just analyze first how to speak to ourselves, and then how to speak to our loved ones. How many relationships get destroyed because of the words that we use against each other? In my family, not my immediate family, but there's a couple that we know very well, and the woman is very imprudent. Whenever her husband is telling a story, if it's off by a little word here and there, she corrects them in front of everybody, and with harsh words like, "That's not true. That's not how it happened." And they get into these arguments, and they call each other some pretty ugly names. And it's because of the lack of prudence from this lady that gets the conversation going in the wrong path. If she could only watch what she said, if she could just stay quiet and not try to correct him, because it doesn't mean anything. He's not telling you a story that he's going to have a consequence of life and death. So she should just be prudent. Or he should just be prudent. He should just maybe later on say, "Hey, honey, don't overcorrect me like that. It wasn't really nothing important. Let's not go there," right? So you have to have those conversations. You have to really watch what you say to each other, what you say to your children. There's a saying, a popular saying that I don't know. I don't consider it true, but it's very popular. It's, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never break me." Right. I know a lot of people that have a really strong mindset. And when somebody talks about them, they lose it. They freaking lose it. But they have a very strong work ethic, a very strong mindset. They're coaches. Some of these people coach thousands of people. But as soon as somebody said something negative about them, they're so bent out of shape, it's not even funny. And it's normal. I mean, I'm not trying to put him down or anything like that, but the power of words is real. The power of your words is very real. It has nuclear power. You could destroy a person just with your words. So, again, you have to have a very, very strong mindset, but your words carry a lot of power. So you got to watch what you're doing. It's like your mouth is a weapon. You could use it to defend yourself. You could use it to compliment somebody, or you could use it to destroy somebody just by words. Anyway, so this could be a 2-hour topic, but I want you to understand that we're going to focus on you, on us personally, because we need to change ourselves first before we change anybody. But I suggest, in your own personal time, analyze how you talk to other people as well. People tend to dish out negative words, thoughts, feelings, and emotions onto others. They complain, about everything and all sorts of things. But when you're speaking those words, you're speaking your reality. When you say something out loud enough times, your words become the truth. Those words become your reality. Not only in your own mind, but in the minds of everyone you're saying them to. Like you go complain about somebody to somebody else, and they're going to look at you as a complainer, as a negative person, because that's what you're doing. You're doing something negative. You're doing an activity that yields negative results. And so we all know that one person that we don't want to hang around with because he complains about every freaking thing. But you gotta kind of watch what you're saying, because your words become your reality. And again, not only within yourself, but with everybody else. So if words become your reality, I want you to ask yourself, do I really want to tell myself and everybody that I am unlucky, that I'm unsuccessful, that I'm miserable, unhealthy, or whatever else you want to complain about? Especially now that you know that it is these exact words that are creating the life that you live. They're creating your reality. So we got to choose our words carefully and speak consciously. We got to practice self-awareness over the words that we use to describe ourselves and our lives. We should not use words that are negative, like can't, shouldn't, need, won't. We should avoid those. The negative words strip you from your ability to manifest a life that you want to live. I've caught so many people out of my life, guys, and because they're negative, they speak negatively, and because they drag me down. I could sympathize with you if you're being positive, but I could also sometimes sympathize with you if you're negative, because I want to sympathize with you. And we both drag each other down. And so you need to look at your environment and see who drags you down, and then make the decision whether you want to hang around with them or not. You need to run away from negative people. You need to run away from negativity. If your conversations with your friends are not uplifting, then you need to change the tune. You need to change the conversation. You need to go, okay, guys, we're going down to a gutter. Let's just change the subject, please. If they don't want to, walk away. People gossip. People talk about me, and the way I sort things out is I look at the source, where it's coming from, and then I either give it credit or not. Chances are that I'm not going to give it credit, because I know who I am, I know what I do, and you need to do the same thing. When somebody, we go back to the saying, right? The stick and stones can break your bones, but word won't. This is where it comes in. You have to really pay attention. Where is it coming from, and if it's true or not, and then dismiss it. We gotta keep our sanity. We gotta keep our peace. We gotta keep our positive mind. Negativity is not going to help you. Period. Now, you could do that in your arm. Negativity will not help you. Being a negative person will not help you. It will close more doors than if you were positive. When we complain about our life, or we speak with anxiety or use hateful words towards people or ourselves, it usually comes from a place of fear. So the first step that we need to take in order to conquer this is to practice better self-awareness over the words that we're using. Next time we open our mouth to complain or put ourselves down, we need to ask ourselves, why am I saying this? How is this going to serve me? You need to be afraid of the words you speak, because it becomes your reality. It is so important. I want to emphasize this again. You need to be afraid of the words you speak, because they create your reality. You believe, your brain believes what you're saying, and you create your reality. I know. So choose your words bravely. Be conscious of what you're saying and what the words mean, and try to speak with care towards people. Be prudent, and also, try to speak to people and yourself from a loving place. You need to love yourself. You need to love the people that surround you. There's an important concept here. I'm telling you that what you speak becomes reality. Your reality, right? So I am what I say I am. We whatever comes after I am, that is your reality. If you say, I am smart, I'm hardworking, I am good looking, I'm sharp, I'm this and that or whatever, that those words define you. Those words create your reality. If you use negative words, you go, I am stupid, I'm dumb, I can't get anything right, I don't get any breaks, you're not going to get any breaks, you're speaking negatively. So that's your reality. It becomes your reality. For me, the people do affirmations. And it's good to do affirmations when you do it, when you understand what you're saying, when you're carefully curated your words. So if you're going to do affirmations, write them down. Think about each and every word and what they mean to you. Then you could do your affirmations, but don't just pull them out of the air. For me, it's acknowledging that I am the Son of God. God created me for a purpose. And that God doesn't make mistakes. That's a very strong affirmation for me. I know that if I am the Son of God, I have confidence, I have courage, and hope to do whatever I need to do and be successful at it. If God is my Father, He's almighty, who can be against me? Who can defeat me? Nobody. That gives me strength. That gives me hope. That gives me encouragement to do what I need to do. So, really think about, again, what you're saying. Watch your mouth. I know it sounds kind of strange, but yeah, watch your mouth. I know a person that I love very much. It's part of my family. He's younger than I am. But oh my God, I catch him all the time going, well, I'm stupid. Well, freaking thing, of course this is not going to work because I did this. It's always negative, and I'm always going, hey, don't talk to yourself that way. Don't talk to yourself that way. And he's like, well, I don't mean it. And I said, yeah, you don't mean it because you're not thinking about it. But when you utter the words, it means that they're down deep inside of you. This is what you think of yourself. saying you don't mean it doesn't mean anything. It came out of your soul. It came out of your heart. So your internal person knows his truth. And that's why you utter those words without thinking about it. It's not that you don't mean it. That's exactly what you think of you. Again, I'm going to close this with, guys, fix yourselves first. Let's fix ourselves first. Let's start changing the way we speak about ourselves. And then as soon as possible, start changing how you speak to others. When you speak to somebody with kindness, you get kindness. When you speak harsh to other people, you're going to get harshness. There's a saying that violence begets violence, just as love begets love. So if you speak with love and tenderness to people, with charity, you're going to get the same thing back. Don't be too harsh on yourselves in terms of calling yourselves names or whatever. Analyze where is everything, where all those thoughts are coming from. Why do you call yourself stupid? Why do you call yourself dumb? Why do you doubt yourself? Really, take the time to go over those beliefs and really go through each one of them. Go, okay, do a list. Do I think I'm smart? Yes or no? No. Okay, where is it coming from? And then, go back and go, okay, it's coming from, my teachers used to say this to me. Well, my parents used to say this to me, that I was dumb, that I wouldn't amount to anything. That's where it's coming from. And they go, okay. So, it's coming from this place. Is it true? Look at your track record. We all have intelligence. We might not be good at what other people do, but we have our own gifts. God gave everybody their own gifts. It is up to us to develop those gifts. I grew up and poor and all that stuff, and the big thing was, it's like you need to go to college. You need to get educated in order for you to be smart. And the stuff just never jived with me. I dropped out of high school, guys. I dropped out of high school, but I got my GED because I knew I had to have it. Then I started going to college, and college wasn't for me. And then I found that I'm a problem solver. And so that led me to the entrepreneurial world. And I built several businesses and things like that. I mean, my story, but what I'm trying to tell you is you don't have to conform to what people said about you. You don't even have to conform to what you say about yourself in a negative, tone. Change the conversation. Change the way you talk to you. Be more positive and be kind to yourself and your loved ones. Words do matter. Words can hurt or heal. And also use prudence. Lots of that. Anyway, my friends, I'm enjoying the podcast. I am really having a good time talking about these things because there's a lot of stuff in my head and I'm able to pour it out. I'm actually writing a book and doing the podcast and going over the fundamentals. It's really, really helping me out to do chapters in certain things in certain points. So I'm excited about the next 10 weeks. We're going to go over 10 more fundamentals, and I hope you really take this seriously. I know I'm not the greatest speaker, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm working on it. I hope I'm not coming across as boring or anything like that. But take the concepts and apply them right away. This is good stuff. I'm giving you some really good stuff. Very, very practical. So go ahead and execute. Try it, and let me know. Let me know if he's making a difference. As I said, rate the podcast, shoot me an email, DM me or whatever. I like to know if he's helping or not. And if it is, tell me how it's helping. If he's not, then tell me he's not. Or tell me what you want me to talk about to help you. I started the podcast with asking people questions. I answer several questions, but everything seems to fall into these 12 principles that I'm going to be teaching you, that I am teaching you right now. This is the second one, and we got 10 more. So there is a path in which we need to go down to. So we got to fix, first of all, the way we think about ourselves. Second of all, the words that we use with ourselves and everybody else. So there's a plan, my friends. If you found value on the podcast, share it with your family and your friends. Give me a rating. Give me some comments. Let me know what's going on. Am I going the right direction for you or not? You can follow me on Instagram at MAGPatriot, on Facebook, Miguel Godfather, or you can email me your questions at miguel@godfatherchronicles.com. Thank you very much. God bless you. Talk to you next week.